Israel and Iran tonight playing down the apparent Israeli retaliatory strike inside Iranian territory. Video showing only glimpses this morning of anti-aircraft systems firing around the city of Isfahan. Israel fired 3 air-launched ballistic missiles into Iran last night, targeting an Iranian airbase, according to officials familiar with the operation. Iran did not strike back as threatened. Instead, local media controlled by the state downplayed the attack and showed life in Isfahan as normal.
They was very hostile. Iran said they was going to obliterate people. They going to do all of that. Then now it was a little like, it's a little, hey, back off. So they said, we're going to calm down right now. Well, Iran and Israel, they may have calmed down, but we just saw 180 earthquakes take place in Taiwan.
Right. Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand.
Go ahead.
And all things obey his will.
And all things obey, even Esau in that day.
That's right.
They think that they make, no. God's allowing you to do that.
Right.
God's allowing you to do that. Do you not remember what the Lord did to Pharaoh?
Right.
He hardened his heart. He changed his heart. He made him do that.
Iranians chant death to America, death to Israel on massive Tehran march after revenge hit takes out nukes base radar.
Iran responded. They missed 99% of the target, but they hit one.
Right.
So they took to the streets, chanting death to, Great Satan and Little Satan.
Bring it out.
Y'all remember that? Go back and watch that. We went over it already.
Right.
All right, so that's what they was chanting, because everybody knows it's America and the Israelis who are in cahoots together.
Right.
Yes,
Now, okay, they chanted, they did their display. Go to the next one, please. I think it's a video after this. All right, read that.
Iran's foreign minister responds after Israel attacks on Iran.
All right, so Israel ended up responding to Iran's attack from last week. Okay, now here's the aftermath right now, because it was very intense. It was very, 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 very intense.
That's right.
But now let's see how things are right now. Watch this.
Israel and Iran tonight playing down the apparent Israeli retaliatory strike inside Iranian territory. Video showing only glimpses this morning of anti-aircraft systems firing around the city of Isfahan. Israel fired 3 air-launched ballistic missiles into Iran last night, targeting an Iranian airbase, according to officials familiar with the operation. Iran did not strike back as threatened. Instead, local media controlled by the state downplayed the attack and showed life in Isfahan as normal, the nuclear facility nearby unaffected. Tonight, Iran telling NBC News they will not escalate their conflict with Israel, describing last night's attack as child's play.
Is Iran done for right now sending any more missiles or attacking Israel?
If Israel retaliates and comes up with a new adventurism, then we will respond. But if not, then we're done. We are concluded.
Iran's foreign minister.
Now stop. Now they was very hostile. Iran said they was going to obliterate people. They going to do all of that. Then now it was a little like, it's a little, hey, back off. So they said, we're going to calm down right now. You know, the American people are like, whoo, yeah, I knew it wasn't going to happen. You know, nothing was going to happen. I'm going to just continue to do what I do. No evil's going to come. The righteous, we know better, because although Mr. Iranian says no more, we know what God said.
Right.
Okay, we know what God said. Give me that in 1 Thessalonians 5. All right, start at verse 1. Start right there. Watch this.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 1. But of these times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Come on.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, we know perfectly what's going on. We know the signs and the times. Hey, okay, well, Iran and Israel, they may have calmed down, but we just saw 180 earthquakes take place in Taiwan.
Right.
So we're not stupid. We understand. Yeah, they might say that right now, but it's going to get started back up.
That's right.
We know that. Read on.
For when they shall say, peace and safety.
For when they, not the children of light, not the righteous that understand the prophecies, but who? Esau, the other nations, your Christian pastors who don't know the Bible, who over here trying to jump hurdles on Sunday. You understand?
Right.
Read verse 3 again.
For when they shall say, peace and safety.
Go ahead.
Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. And they shall not escape.
And they shall what?
Not escape.
Watch this.
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Right. It's not going to be as a thief for us. We don't know the exact day or hour, but we do know he is soon to make his return.
Right.
Because we can see what's happening every day. Read.
Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness.
That we are not in sin like the rest of the people who cannot see, who have their eyes blinded. Come on.
Verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others.
So just because Mr. Iran says, oh, this is the end of the back and forth. No, don't fall asleep.
That's right.
You got to trust in what the prophecies say,
Right.
because it's going to come to pass. Give me Jeremiah 23 for these wicked pastors out there too.
Take it out.
All right. Give me 16 and 17 together. Watch this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 16.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets.
It say do what?
Hearken not unto the words of the prophets.
Says don't listen to these prophets that's not speaking thus saith the Lord. Don't listen to them, because they prophesying out of their own heart. Come on.
That prophesy unto you. They make you vain.
They put you in sin. Come on.
They speak a vision of their own heart.
There it is. There it is. They speak a vision of their own heart. Why? Because their heart is in maintaining the state of this world.
Right.
They love it here in Babylon. You understand? Come on.
They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Read.
They say still unto them that despise me. The Lord hath said, ye shall have peace.
You shall what?
Ye shall have peace.
Hey, whenever you hear peace and say, understand, that's not.
That's right.
Give me the one in Matthew 10 and 34. All right. That Christ never talked about peace and safety. All right. It's not going to be like that. We are going to have hardships, tribulations, trials until that day.
Right.
Read what you got.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 34.
Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
There you
Right.
go. So if somebody's teaching peace, that's not of Christ.
That's right.
That's not Christ-like. Read the verse again.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Go ahead.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
But a sword. Go ahead.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Now go back to where you was at. Jeremiah 23:17. Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 17.
Read.
They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto every one that walketh after the imagination of his own heart.
That's the key right there. Same thing like the K. Michelle sister. Everybody want to walk in imagination of what makes them feel good, whatever they want to do. Go ahead.
What is wrong with? No evil shall come upon you.
Right, that's what they're saying. Go ahead.
For who hath stood in the counsel of the Lord, and hath perceived and heard his word?
Come on.
Who hath marked his word and heard it?
Read.
Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
What is that talking about? It's plagues, it's storms, the destruction.
That's right.
He said, you may think it's peace. Here you go. Boom, let me drop a flood that's going to kill hundreds of thousands of people. Boom, let me drop an earthquake that's going to kill 1 million. That's right. That's what the Lord can do.
That's right.
Y'all remember that crazy earthquake that took place in Turkey a few years ago?
Yes, sir.
We thought that was something. There's more to come. There's more to come. So the Lord ain't done yet, brothers and sisters. So, all right, what happens is just think about your wife or your mother or your sister in their pregnancy. You know, sometimes they have very severe contractions.
Right.
And then you go to the hospital. Oh, I think it's time. Nah, it's not time yet. It's not time yet. That's all it is. That's all we're witnessing. We thought it was time. Nah, there's a few more things got to happen, like our deaths, our imprisonments. You understand?
That's right.
That ain't happened yet.
Right.
Okay, these things are going to start increasing. So read that for me.
2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 37.
Come on.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack.
They're not slack. All right, they come in full speed. Go ahead.
As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth.
Go ahead.
Great pains compass her womb.
Come on.
Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Read.
Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
And that's what we're witnessing right now. The uproars of the people, the different storms, the different tempests, the Most High jacking up the earth little by little. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Come on, Nazi, what you got?
It's time to declare Israel a rogue state. Another day, another tragedy in Gaza. At the time of writing, rescuers were pulling bodies out of the rubble after an Israeli airstrike on a residential building in southern Gaza's Rafah city.
Right, as you know, the Israelis, Amalek, they haven't stopped. Right. They're not going to stop. Right. All right, because they got plans. They got plans. Come on.
Meanwhile, a few miles away in Khan Yunis, the grisly effort of digging up bodies buried in mass graves on the grounds of the Nasser hospital continues. The Palestinian death toll is now more than 34,000, and 1.1 million people in Gaza are experiencing catastrophic levels of food insecurity.
Right, so they ain't stopped. So pull up the definition of rogue state, please. Read that.
Rogue state, a nation or state regarded as breaking international law and posing a threat to the security of other nations.
Yeah, you're darn right. Because they don't listen to nobody at the United Nations.
Right.
They do whatever they want to do.
Right.
And you think about it. Wait a second. They're the least over there in the Middle East. So how in the world
Bring it out.
has nobody intervened yet?
Right.
Job 9 and 24.
Bring it out.
One bit of sense to me.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. That don't make no sense. How could that tiny country be able to do this? They got the support from the most powerful country on the face of the earth.
Right.
Too, right? Read that.
Bring it out.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Go ahead.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They are literally the wicked on earth, the friendly neighborhood white man.
That's right.
That is the wicked according to the Bible. Read on.
If not, where and who is he?
All right, if it's not the white man, who is it? Because if that was anybody else, you better believe America would have ended that a long time ago.
Right.
That's how you know it's the European nations. It's the white man that's the wicked on the earth.
Right.
They control the earth right now. But check this out. Give me Sirach chapter 10 and give me verse 4. All right, Sirach 10 and 4. Watch this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 4.
You can't forget this. Watch this.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
So the Lord is allowing them to rule. Understand that thing.
That's right.
So when the Lord is done with them ruling, he had enough. When they sins mount up to the heavens, give me that in Revelation 18, I think it's 6. All right, let me get that coming right back. We're jumping around, and that's all right. That's all right.
That's all right.
Let me hear that.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Let me hear 5. I ain't looking.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Go ahead.
And God hath remembered her iniquity.
Right. That's what the Lord is waiting on, for her sins to get to that point where he said, all right, enough is enough. All right, go ahead and release the winds, and it's a wrap.
Right.
All right? So go back to Sirach chapter 10, verse 4. Read that.
Sirach chapter 10 and verse 4.
Come on.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And in due time.
And in due time, read.
He will set over it one that is profitable.
And that's going to be Jacob's kids.
That's right.
That's going to be the
Take it
Israelites. But right
That's
now,
right.
he making us profitable by putting us through trials and tribulation and purifying us. Right now, we ain't ready, but we getting closer.
That's right.
We getting closer and closer and closer. The military formation is getting tighter,
That's
more
right.
precise. The understanding is rising greater and greater and greater. So the
Right.
Lord is preparing us. Read that one more time for
Bring
me.
it out.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Come on.
And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
One that is profitable. Give me Sirach 18:3. Okay, don't forget. Start at 1. Watch this. Don't forget.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 1.
Come on.
He that liveth forever created all things in general.
And that's Christ. That's Christ. Come on.
The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he.
Come on.
Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand.
So don't forget, he can change it however you want.
right. That's
He said,
right. Take it
y'all rule right now. No, I'm tired of y'all rule.
Right.
That's how he do. Read the verse again.
Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand.
Go ahead.
And all things obey his will.
And all things obey. Even Esau in that day.
That's right. That's right.
They think that they make no. God's allowing you to do that.
Right.
God's allowing you to do that. Do you not remember what the Lord did to Pharaoh?
Right.
He hardened his heart.
That's
He
right.
changed his heart. He made him do that. Don't test the Lord out here.
That's right.
Read that verse again. Come on.
Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will.
Give me that one. Hold that. So Proverbs 21 and 1.
Yes, sir.
All right. Proverbs 21 and 1. And we coming right back to this. Watch this.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Come on.
As the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
Right. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
That's right.
That's the power that the Lord has. So never forget, brothers and sisters. Go back to Sirach 18 and 3. Come on.
Sirach chapter 18, verse 3. Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will.
Read.
For he is the king of all, but his power dividing holy things among them from profane.
Come on.
To whom hath he given power to declare his works? And who shall find out his noble acts? Who shall number the strength of his majesty? And who shall also tell out of his mercy?
Right. You can't do that because the Lord control everything. So let's keep it rolling, IT. Let's keep it rolling. Come on. All right, read that.
Senate passes $95 billion package sending aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan after months of delay.
Right, after months of delay. Remember, there's a big issue like with the EU getting on one accord with sending funds.
Right.
Go to the next one. Pull it up for me, please. What's next? Read that.
U.S. secretly sent long-range ATSCMS weapons to Ukraine.
Wow!
The weapons, which can hit targets as far as 300 kilometers away, have been used twice already.
Damn. Come on. And so you can see the United States and Israel, they can do whatever they want. Right. Nobody does anything to these guys.
Right.
That's showing you they run everything. They run it. All right. Come on.
The United States quietly sent long-range ballistic missiles to Ukraine as part of a package of military support in March, and Ukraine has used the weapons twice, according to U.S. officials. The long-range Army tactical missile system can hit targets as far as 300 kilometers, 186 miles away, nearly double the range of the mid-range ATASM the U.S. began sending toward the end of last year.
All right, so they're sending a lot of aid over there to Ukraine, sending them weapons, not according to the UN, United Nations.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, his word.